Scene one, take one. Comment mark.
I've never seen the gum on the back of the marker.
You want to suck on it now, don't you?
No, that's the last thing I want to do in a fucking global pandemic where we're not allowed to do anything.
I'm sure the gum was put there before the pandemic.
We could ask.
I mean, Chris is right here. Was it there before the pandemic? You don't have any answers?
You don't even know if it was your gum?
And you haven't thought about sucking it off yourself? It's interesting.
Okay, that mic situation is
How's it going? Is it fine?
No.
I'm doing my best.
That's not hot girl shit.
Are you sure?
Can you move it backwards and then move your mic? Yeah, okay.
Gonna turn this knob.
Not me bullying
Then I'm
you
gonna
again.
spit on it.
It's the bullying
And then I'm
for
gonna
me.
pull it.
No.
I'm gonna pull it, Daddy.
Lizzie.
Yeah. I'm gonna tighten it. I'm gonna tighten this knot. Is this how you want it?
Do you see how mine's like, yeah, that's good. But
I thought yours looked embarrassing.
can you switch it, get it closer to your mouth? You're loud, so it doesn't matter.
I'm a screamer.
Okay. Oh my God.
The door's open.
Could I ask you to close the door, Chris? I'm sorry.
Thank you, Chris. Damn, he closed that like a hot girl.
Just doing hot girl shit. All right. Are you ready? Hello, you guys, and welcome to another episode of The Sip. I'm Ryland Adams, of course, joined by
Lizzie Gordon.
And happy 2021.
Happy 2021. I keep forgetting.
Does it feel like it means anything?
No. It does. It hasn't felt like it's meant anything since like 1998. Like,
Well, this year specifically, I just feel like magic isn't going to happen and the world's not going to be... Well,
Careful.
No, I think this is going to be one of my best years ever just because I have to think that for myself. But I don't think like everyone hated... 2020 brought some good things, but it was also such a struggle.
yeah, 2020 was a bitch ass.
And all
But
the bitch assness is not going away
No,
overnight.
it doesn't change just because I let off some illegal fireworks at midnight. Like,
On New Year's Eve?
yeah.
I heard where we were in Colorado, a lot of people were doing fireworks as well, but I feel like it's more legal in Colorado where like
Yeah.
there's some baby shower drama when you light fireworks in California.
No, I mean, like, that's different. Like, you're in like a dry ass wilderness setting off like a smoke bomb, like a dipshit. But we waited until after a nice rain. We definitely bought our fireworks out of state. Like, the funniest thing though is like one of the things was like Joe was like, this is a Roman candle. And so he's like holding it and setting it off. And it's just like sending these huge little bomb explosions off into the corners of our backyard that just like explode like a bomb once they hit off. And I'm just like, I think you should point that at the sky, not a Roman candle. He looked at the packaging, they're actual fucking fireworks, and he should have been holding it up.
I feel like you would have had better luck going to the park next door. Why would you do this in the backyard where it could land on some neighbor's roof?
Oh, well, I don't think that's a real risk. Honestly, I don't think that's a real risk.
Yeah, fire and works are not risky
No, we have
at
like
all.
cement walls in our backyard.
Oh,
so
yeah.
there's no chance of it.
You do have a very large backyard.
Yeah, and so we're just shooting it at fire at like the cement walls and shit.
What was going on with you? Because you sent me a picture and like Joe's half naked, you're with your green hair.
Oh, I wanted to have a hot girl night. You know what I mean? Like
Just doing hot girl shit.
I was influenced a little bit like Lil Kim. So I like sleeked my hair down and like a side part and then put it up in a high pony, like Bella Hadid vibes, put my hoops in. And then we did karaoke, but for some reason I didn't get a karaoke microphone for Christmas because nobody respects me. So I had to sing into a brush.
Let me get quick on Amazon Prime for you.
Please, they're only like $30 too. It's like nobody thought to get me a microphone. I do karaoke in the living room every day with no microphone, and it's the saddest shit you've ever seen.
Oh, and I've got to say I don't feel like I'm doing hot girl shit starting off the New Year's. I'm wearing short sleeves. You still have your green hair.
I still have my fucking green hair. God damn it. I like literally called my hairdresser the minute Morgan and I started doing this fuckery, and she's like, "We're closed."
And she can't come socially distant in your backyard to
No,
fix
I
you?
mean, like, honestly, my backyard's also like a dumpster. Like, I can't get my hair done back there. Like, it's like a hoarder zone. Like, what's she gonna do? Take my hose and like spray me down? Like,
You could just sit on the patio. Like,
she'd have to like rinse it and shit.
oh my God, I forgot you have green hair. This
Yeah.
isn't a standard haircut.
No.
See, I'm not doing well. I spent 2 weeks in Colorado doing absolutely
Drink your go-go
nothing.
juice.
Oh yeah, everyone. Oh my God, I walked downstairs. Shane's like, "Are you gonna drink espresso?" And Lizzie's like, "Did you get your espresso?" So this podcast is going to make me a caffeine addict.
I love that for us. Mine's
I-
starting to hit. I'm feeling it getting a little bit warmer in my sternum. You know what I mean? It's bubbling up.
You're getting ready to take off.
Yeah.
Normally I stay pretty civilized when I even go home to take a break. Like I wake up, I work out, I have a routine, I work a little bit. I did absolutely nothing but enjoy myself for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Think about filming a video? Absolutely not. Should have I? Probably.
Should have I?
But no, I just sat, ate a lot of food, and took a million pictures of my grandma, who's the cutest woman on earth.
She's so cute.
Oh my God. I forgot to say that my mom's here today. She's
Oh, yeah.
coming on the podcast.
Mama Adams.
We forced her back home with us, and so she'll be joining today's show, which I'm very excited about. If you haven't already subscribed to our show, I see people watching, but they're not subscribing.
To our show?
Well, no, there are people subscribing, but
Oh.
I'm just saying, like, if you're watching the show, subscribe, like, help us in, I guess, like the YouTube algorithm.
Right.
Why not?
Right.
Did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah.
Period.
Yes. End of sentence. No, I had a great Christmas. I did get a bunch of sick shit. I got a bunk Christmas present.
I don't know what that means.
Bunk as in like broken, like you got a bunk pill, like your shit's cut with something that you didn't ask for.
Oh.
So Joe got me, I sent you my new smart room lights, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I can change the colors of my room to like anything on the color spectrum in the universe.
I love that you're so excited about it, but I do think this has been something all of TikTok's been excited about for 4 years. Has TikTok been around for that long?
Fuck you, number one. Number two, I was unaware of this thing. I thought I just discovered them. But
It's the one that you can control from your phone too,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But you can also get a remote control for it. So like Joe got me the lights and he got me a remote. And when I opened the remote, I was like, oh, this is weird. Like the little plastic sticker that goes on it
Uh-huh.
was already cut. And I just didn't think anything of it. It was just, oh, that's convenient. And I open it. Someone shoplifted the remote out of the box. I got an empty box from fucking Best Buy. And it's like, what are we going to do? Go back to Best Buy with my green hair and pretend like I'm not a drug addict who's lying to them to steal money from them? Like, God damn it.
Are you the type of person that puts together a Christmas list for your fiance?
I only do that for people that I don't love. Like, honestly, like if I'm in a toxic relationship, you're getting a Christmas list.
So that's how you know if somebody tells you. I think at my age, it's just like if you want something like that, you got to buy it yourself. A gift is
Yeah.
a gesture.
Yeah. Joe and I go shopping together. Like that's part of our Christmas tradition. We'll go to the mall and I'll buy him the clothes that he picks out and he'll buy me the clothes that I pick out.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Yeah.
And then you'll get him a separate gift too. Like, did you know about the lights or did he pick out the lights
No,
with you?
this year because of quarantine and everything, like I suck at online shopping. Like I'm not about to do that with my life. So we both went to Best Buy at the same time and then just like split up in the store and like acted like shoplifters ourselves. So it's also like if they play back the tapes, we look like we stole it anyways. But
Because you're hiding.
because
from
we're
each
hiding
other.
from each other and hiding it under our coats and like so he went one direction, I went the other. I got us a Ring camera.
Oh, that's legit.
Yeah. The funniest thing though is like I was hiding it under my jacket and I was like, oh fuck, you look shady. And so I go up to the counter, I'm like, hey, I'm shopping with my husband. They're like, say no more. Everybody's doing that in here, you basic ass bitch. And I was like, oh, I love that.
I got Shane. Well, I saw that you saw, but an actual
Yeah.
arcade because the flops that we are back before.
Not a full arcade, a game, like one station, right?
Well, it's one station, but it has 5,000 games.
What?
It has like
5,000?
5,000 games.
How?
I don't know. The world
It's
is
magic. It's wizardry.
Yeah, and before we got really into the Switch this year and just like being at home alone
Yeah.
doing video games, we had physical Mario Karts, like the ones at the arcades that you like sit in and you converse each other.
Oh, really?
And then when we sold the last house, we actually just gave them to the people that bought the house because we didn't play them that often.
Right.
And now I'm kicking myself in the ass all the
'Cause you
time
miss
because
it.
I miss it so much. But we don't really have anywhere to put them because they're so large and clunky.
Yeah.
So I found this and it was the next best option.
Here comes the espresso. Are we ready for some hot takes?
We are ready for some hot topics. All right. So
Oh, it's
let's.
hot topics. Welcome back.
All right. What do you want to talk about first? Kylie Jenner is taking Stormy to Aspen, the vacation of my dreams.
She's been taking Stormy to Aspen.
Her whole life.
Yeah, Stormy was snowboarding before we even knew what snowboarding was.
I don't know how these people find them in Aspen. I was thinking to
How do
myself,
they not? That's where all rich people go.
I guess the paparazzi do hang out there, but when
Yeah.
I first saw the pictures, they're unrecognizable because a ski or snowboarding outfit is
Yeah.
the best disguise.
But they're posting on their Instagram pages, like their stories. You can see what what they're wearing on the story, and it's Aspen. Like,
Right.
I just hit my chin on this. It's Aspen.
I was more not concerned, but enthralled by the $450,000 a month mansion that they rented to stay in Aspen.
That place is fucking bananas. Like the room where the floor is just a window that you can see. I wouldn't
Look
step
down.
on that floor.
Hell no.
You miss me with that shit. And then there's a room that has just a full glass wall, and the wall's just so clean. It's like there's no wall, and then a pool. It's like I would die in that house.
Should we move to Aspen?
I don't want to move there, but I'm down if you want to like take me there.
I don't know what we would do. We can't afford a place like that they're staying.
We don't
but
have to stay at that place.
I also don't even know. There's like nothing to this story.
But it's sick. I will say that. Like I'm also like I can see a hair on my eyes right now, and it's driving me absolutely wild.
All right, Justin Bieber. I feel like we have
Thirst trap. He's doing hot boy shit.
He's doing hot boy shit
Yeah.
that like I probably wouldn't feel comfortable doing in a marriage.
I was straight shook when I was like, are those tiny whiteys? Like, are we really doing this right now? Time lapse? It's like a fuck. Is it 45 seconds? Like, it's long.
I just thought it was brave that Justin Bieber, he did a time lapse before filming his new music video where I didn't even get the premise was that he was covering all of his body tattoos.
Yeah.
I was like, why is he sitting in his underwear in a room full of like 5 people that are doing his makeup?
I did feel a little bit like the people doing his makeup were slightly dehumanized because
It's
it's like he's just.
Wear basketball shorts.
I was thinking that too. It's like, are you nude in the entire shoot? Like, does he have tattoos on his thighs? Like, why do you got to be in your tighty whities?
I have no idea. And then the article that I looked at was like different screenshots of where you could see his specific bulge.
Yeah.
But even that, people can already see Bieber's penis.
Justin
like,
Peepers?
It's out in public. Don't you remember he was like at a waterfall somewhere naked and the paparazzi got him? So like if you're already trying to beat your meat to Justin Bieber,
Yeah.
you don't have to do it to like the fake outline of his
I
penis.
feel like I missed so much, and the fact that all of this is like, do you have like Google alerts
You don't
turned on for Justin Peeps?
This was like a couple of years ago. Yeah,
Oh.
if you want to go get
and it
Justin
stayed
Bieber.
in your memory.
I guess like that's probably something people shouldn't be looking at either if it's a paparazzi photo.
I feel like that's
But those things
like
hit you,
that's almost like an assault.
Those
Like
things
that can't be legal.
Those things hit you without asking though. It's like the
True.
Jennifer Lawrence thing. You weren't asking to see it.
I
and you were
avoided the Jennifer Lawrence thing.
You're trying to respect their privacy, but
Yeah.
it still hits you in the face. And
I never
then
saw it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. And I never saw yours either, but I'd love to.
I mean, go for it. Google it. At
Now
this
I
point,
can?
I don't care.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I don't know if I would.
Hilaria. Do you know how to say her name?
Hello.
Hillary
Hello,
Baldwin.
Baldwin.
There's 2 versions of the name dependent on
Is
if
it
she's
just
Spanish
fucking
or
Hillary?
American.
Like, are we just? Should we
Okay,
call her Hillary
that's
now?
Insensitive.
Well, should we call her
Hillary-
Hillary now if she's not actually from Spain?
Alex Baldwin's wife.
Alex Baldwin.
Alec. I'm not very familiar with him. What movies are?
What the fuck?
Okay.
Alec Baldwin is he's in everything. He's been around since the dawn of time. You're not very familiar with him?
Not very. Or like
Oh my
I see him in a
Lord.
movie and I know his character, but I don't know
He's
much
Baby
about
Boss.
his.
You've seen Baby Boss, right? Watch
No,
me.
we've
Like, you don't know
talked
Alec
about
Baldwin
this.
is Baby Boss. Like, that's for sure what he's known
Anyways,
for.
his wife of many years is recently in a scandal. I think it broke on Twitter. Amy Schumer got all up involved in it too.
Why
where
would she get
She
involved?
said she was from Spain, claiming she's Spanish, and she's really, I guess, capitalized on the fact that she is of Spanish descent. And it's recently come to light that she's from Boston, and yes, she has
No.
some family that's
She's Irish?
from Spain. But it is funny because now all these clips are going viral of her in and out of her accent. And
No.
What, you haven't seen any of
No,
this?
I just mean, like, God damn it, I don't give a shit.
Well, my whole thing with this is why do it? Like, I looked it up.
It's sexy. I don't know.
Alec Baldwin
Alec.
is worth
His name is not Alex.
He's worth $60 million.
Does he
and
not
she
know?
has 4 children with him.
Yeah,
Like,
they have
she
a
doesn't-
shit ton of kids. I follow him on Instagram, and I was like, is that a new baby?
She doesn't.
Like,
I think she's pregnant again too.
good Lord.
But I just don't know why this was necessary for her. Like, did
what
it
was
get her
Amy
more
Schu-
Today Show appearances?
Did she ever have any? What was Amy?
Yes, Lizzie.
Sorry.
She was on the Today Show, and she was like. This is so ridiculous. I just don't know. I think the point, it all boils down to why. And it is
Yeah.
kind of, to me, the same thing with like Sofia Vergara. Like, I'm not questioning her ethnicity
Accent or whatever, yeah.
But I do think she like lays it on thick.
Yeah.
Whereas like I have a lot of friends from Australia, and over 10 years they become their accent kind of becomes Americanized, and they can tap into the Australian accent, but they also can tap into the American accent.
Yeah.
And I do think for like branding, it's fun to be one of those things.
Well, then you get into the weirdness of like cultural appropriation and like what was that woman's name? Dazelle? Rachel Dazelle.
I have
Rachel,
no idea.
She was the white woman who was pretending to be a black woman.
See,
and like that's where we get a little bit. It's a problem. That's a problem.
I just wonder if it started as like maybe she said it once on an appearance here and there, and then she kind of just kept it all up, and then a white lie spread into her identity, and then she just didn't know where to go with it, and now it's exploding in her face. I honestly, if anything, I never knew who she was before this, and now I know who she is.
I mean, I know this is the least interesting part of it, but what the fuck does Amy Schumer have to do with this? Like, why did you bring Amy into the conversation?
I don't know. She's what brought the story to light for me. I think she just posted her on her Instagram poking fun at her, and then she posted another photo where she's wearing a hat, and she was like, "I've been to Spain a couple of times too, and I love it." And
I mean, I put on a show that I'm mentally stable every day, and no one's calling me on that shit.
Oh my gosh.
Tana.
You want to talk about Tana? You want to talk about Tana and Bella Thorne?
And Bella, yes.
Tana and Bella. I guess Tana and Bella are no longer...
I went down they're not cool anymore, but what's super funny is like I went down a deep rabbit hole on Tana's Instagram page to like years ago, and I like happened to be upon her like holiday photo, and it's like Jingle Bella and Tana Claus are wishing you a happy holidays, and I was like, this did not age well.
They got a lot of press for that. I mean, this was a relationship that got both of them a lot of attention. I think that's why it lasted as long as they did, but both of them have reputations of just like being hard to get a hold of. Like none of them are reliable. So it's not a surprise to me that they've had a falling out. But what's funny is Bella did a song about Tana where she's saying that she's still like in love with her. I honestly still don't believe that they were ever an actual thing.
I mean, I don't know or care about the legitimacy of their love for each other. Like it doesn't feel like my business, but this public brawl is nuts to me. And it's just the Bella song, like SFB, which stands for stupid fucking bitch,
which she made about Tana Mongeau.
But like the confusing thing is like if I was Tana, I wouldn't be hella hurt by that because she just keeps saying nice things like, "You let me see your tits, they're perfect."
Yeah.
Like, and then other things like, "And I can't get over you because I'm the stupid fucking bitch." It's like I would hear that and I'd call her and be like, "You know what, girl? Let it go."
And then at one point it becomes a weird rap song, and it really isn't that dissy. It's just kind of a bad song and a bad music video.
It's a bad song. And the guy who produced it like went on No Jumper and was like, "I don't know why the fuck I did that. She didn't pay me. She didn't listen to me, but she's using like she won't put my name in it," which is I guess is cool because it's a piece of shit.
Oh my gosh. But then Tana takes to her channel to react to it, which was honestly pretty brutal, and I lived for it because she just doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, that's the kind of messy drama I live for because it's unapologetic. And
have you ever done something nasty like that?
No, never. I mean, not publicly. I like to take the high road publicly for the most part.
I had this feud in high school with this girl that I took to the next level because I was a horrible person. I was deeply unhappy, but she got suspended because of me. Long story short, winter formal, senior year, I was drunk. She was there and I was angry and I threw a drink on her. But instead of tattling on me, which she should have done, she tried to throw a drink back on me. But my girls were like, "No," and they like smacked the drink out of her hand, and then it hit her again. So now she's covered in 2 drinks. And then she goes and rats on me. And I just told the vice principal, like, "I don't know why she's saying I did that. Like, I was just trying to dance with my girls and have a good time. Like, I'm sorry." And then she came at me, and it's just like, I don't feel safe. So she got suspended. And when she came back to school, me and all my friends wore tie-dye t-shirts with her name on it crossed out.
Oh my God.
That was some savage shit.
All right, when we come back, my mom's here.
You might want to cut that out. It's giving me anxiety.
All right.
All right, mother, are you gonna...
Should I sit on a pillow?
If you want, or how do you want to get comfortable?
I'm good. You just tell me if I'm okay. Oh, wow. That's a little...
All right. So
get it up in there.
Let's get your headset on, mother.
So we get all the secrets.
Have you ever been on a podcast before?
Oh, several.
Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on, Mom.
1 take 2, comment mark.
All right. Well, my mom's here by surprise, honestly. We kind of forced you into coming because you're working all week. It's not like
Yeah.
you had time off. So we literally just pulled you from a meeting and she's walking out trying to lint roll herself. She's hiding
That's
her lint roller
everything.
right back there.
No worries, I still have it.
I love that you care about lint rolling and I'm just like covered in hair. Yeah, my mom's going to be really pressing for an interview after this. She's dying to come
She
on the
is?
sip. Yeah, she
Oh
is.
my gosh, you should have brought her today.
She'd be down to start drinking wine with you.
See, and that's what we could do. Does it look funny if I have the pillow on my lap, Shane? What does it look like with
You
the
just
pillow?
have to have your mic close to your mouth.
It needs to be
All right.
lint rolled too.
You know what?
She just lint rolls everything. Thank God she's here.
I've always wanted to have you on the podcast, and I guess I never thought about what that would actually mean because I do know you, like you're my mom. I talk to you more than I talk to anyone besides
And
Shane.
you do call me a lot.
You gotta put the
Oh.
mic up to your mouth,
Oh,
Mom.
I was gonna lint roll it.
No, don't lint roll the mic, Mom. I'm gonna. Oh gosh,
Okay.
that looks very okay.
Okay,
It does
So
look clean
you,
now.
You can adjust your mic. You can
Okay.
put it in front of your face.
I'm not touching it.
Like, well, I need to hear you.
I just hope I don't have dog hair all over me.
There you
Okay.
go. See, it's adjustable for you. So
Okay,
are
you
you
have.
nervous to be, because I guess even like Morgan, who I'm very comfortable with, she was like, after we recorded the first time she was on the podcast, she was like, well, I didn't know what to expect. And I was kind of nervous and I did kind of shut down a little bit. Are you feeling like this is a lot of pressure and crazy?
Yes, I am.
Why? You're afraid you're going to say something wrong? You're afraid you're going to be canceled like one of us?
I don't know why, but yeah, I'm nervous because what if you start talking sex with me? Like,
Okay. Well, that's
I
the
mean,
thing.
you and Lizzie get going on it, and I'm just kind of over in my front room going, "Oh my god!"
Well, I had sent, because I was so excited when we started doing the podcast, I had
Yeah.
sent my mom the pilot that nobody even got to hear. Like,
Right.
none of the audience has even ever heard the pilot. And it was very heavy on
ball
sex
sucking.
talk.
yeah,
And she was
Yeah.
like, I think you guys have great chemistry and I love it, but I didn't really like the sex part of the conversation.
like, can you just leave that out?
And so is it that you don't like hearing about sex, period, or that it's your son and that's kind of weird?
I think it's my age.
I mean,
I think it's my age. We didn't talk about things like that the way you guys do on video and podcasts.
you're just
so.
not as upfront. But when you were my
Right.
age, you were probably talking to your girlfriends about sex as intimately as we are publicly, correct?
I bet you're right. Yeah.
But
I
you
don't
don't
remember.
now?
I don't remember. No, I really don't.
You're not hitting up the neighborhood group
No.
chat talking about
No.
your different, like, you don't know how much like your best friend neighbors are sleeping with their partners versus how much you're sleeping with your partners.
Your partners, plural. Can we just
You know
call
what?
that
We-
out really quick?
we
What do you know?
yeah, Ryan.
Well, Morgan's still up. Does this hurt Dad's feelings every time we joke about that Morgan is not Dad's child?
No, because she knows it's not real, right?
I don't know. When I asked
Right.
when I asked questions on Instagram, she was the first one and said, "Who's my dad?"
Yeah, and she said it the other night too in her videos. So she just teases because she's so tall and I'm so short.
Well, do you have something to tell us?
No.
Because I mean, I know that you theoretalize. I mean, you've questioned some of your own. Okay, I'm crossing a boundary right now.
No, because I'm going to stand firm on it. I have never slept with anyone but your dad since we've been married. So no. So I know she's your dad. I mean,
Okay.
without any kind of hesitancy.
Well, I mean, you brought up that, I mean, this is kind of uncomfortable, but like we had just talked about that I sleep naked on the podcast right before we went to your house. And then you brought it up like 4 times that I sleep naked, talking about like how Dad also does that.
Oh, I
but
think
then-
we were talking about dad is why it got brought up. So
So that's fine for you, but the sex is just what's off limits.
yeah, no, you can sleep in the nude. I don't care. It's just, I don't do it because I sleep with a couple dogs and that just weirds me out. So
Sometimes I feel weird if I'm sleeping like in just a big shirt with no underwear on. If I'm like holding my dog, I'm like, is this too intimate?
Well,
But-
yeah, you just never know if you're going to fall asleep and you're going to wake up or, I don't know. That's just, I can't go there.
Well, my thing is like fires. Like if the house catches fire, I don't want to run out in the buff.
Well, I think too. I
Yeah,
mean,
that too.
do you have to kick? Okay, well, that's weird because I don't feel like that sleeping with my dogs. But if Shane and I are getting down, I do have to kick the dogs out of the room because they feel like humans or cameras or
Yeah,
like
that's true.
invasive. So that is the time I kick the animals out of the room. This is kind of weird though.
Yeah, this is weird because I just told you I don't want to talk about that.
How did you pick your outfit out for today's podcast episode?
Well, I brought the shirt I was going to wear at Thanksgiving, but because of COVID, we didn't show up. So I'm just wearing the shirt from Thanksgiving.
Making up for
Yeah.
lost time.
Yeah.
So with your kids being both on the internet, it's a hard thing to comprehend. It's hard for me to comprehend sometimes. So what do you think with, I mean, even negative, like this year was pretty negative towards us. How do you cope with it? How do you move forward knowing that it exists? How do you not watch it? Because it's really in your face.
Well, I've learned to try not to check Instagram too much, try not to check Twitter too much. And really, I don't read the comments in the videos. I ask other people, were they good? But
Aw.
it's really hard if somebody says something bad about your child. Even, Shane is one of my children too. So even with that, I just don't want to hear it. And I think people are just jumping on the bandwagon of, I also want to be part of this cancel culture. So I want to say something mean just so that I get notoriety from saying it. And so I try not to read it all.
Every once in a while, when she has too much wine, she'll be like, "Can I say something?" And we're like, "It's better to just keep your mouth closed." But I'll get a text once a week where she's like, "Can I tweet this?" And then
It's less and less, don't you think?
it is less and less.
Okay.
I think
But Mama Bear gets heated.
There's a couple YouTubers that I really
YouTuber.
can't.
Would like to name,
They're not even
but
YouTubers.
they don't deserve the
They're
clout.
just drama alerters. No.
Not drama
What they
alert
are.
specifically, though.
Alerters.
But she gets the most mad
noun.
because she's like, they're making
Yeah.
a living off of talking about X Shane, you, like anyone. She's like, it's not fair that they can make a living doing this.
Or and even before all this happened this year, I mean, really, they make videos, and all they do is show clips from all of your videos and use your videos, and every once in a while they might say something, and then they're getting views and getting paid, and it's like, really?
That's just the way that the internet works.
And now they get paid for being mean as ever and just totally saying horrible things, So, but it's okay. I see when I finally look at them, I do see more positive, and I have to remember that there's only a few people that seem to join in on that.
Right. And what makes me feel more comfortable is knowing the intentions of most people that are making a specific takedown video and what's in it for them as well, rather than how do they actually feel about the situation. And when I think of celebrity gossip just for myself, like it is fun to consume and weigh in on. And I think that's why Twitter's become so popular, because it's a platform where you can say your opinion about anything, but it's also like nobody's living and breathing for one scandal or drama at all times. Like I see something on the internet, I'm like, oh, that was kind of crazy, and keep it moving with my day, because everyone has their own life and their own drama to deal with as well.
Well, the other thing that I think is nuts about the dynamic of like Morgan and Ryland is they're shooting their lives, which means their families, which means you. So by product, you've become an internet celebrity yourself. Like, do you get recognized in your hometown? Like,
Oh yes, that's good.
I get excited when you DM me. I'm like, oh my God. Like I text Ryland every time. Like, what do I say back? Like, what's the way?
Oh, that's
Vicky.
hysterical.
Yeah.
I know Trisha Paytas will respond
Hey,
to me
Tess,
too.
it's biological now.
Yeah, there we go.
My mom does. She's always like, yeah, Trisha always responds to me.
Yeah.
But
So-
gee, that's a good question. Do you get recognized out in Colorado?
Yes. I think it was there was
She's
either
so humble.
well, there was one time where I have a friend at work, and we went to see, I think, Michelle Obama at the Pepsi Center in Denver. And
Shout out Michelle.
yeah, I gotta love Michelle. So
Have you
anyway,
listened to her podcast?
yes,
Oh, wow.
I liked
all
it.
right.
I liked it.
We got to stand here.
Yeah, and her book and everything else. So, But my friend Julianne that took me to the event, I guess I hadn't told her a lot about my kids, And so these girls come up and they're all excited to see Mama Adams, and ask me all about the kids. And Julianne's going, what was that about? She was like, really? What was that about? And I'm like, oh, my kids do some YouTube videos and
I'm famous.
Sometimes they put me in there, and I guess she's seen me before, and she was just dying. She was just like, I can't believe that. I just can't believe it.
You'll get a lot of action at Sam's Club as well.
And Sam's Club. Oh
What's
my
Sam's
gosh.
Club?
It's Costco.
That and Costco, yeah. It's like a Costco. But
People
it's Sam's
recognize
Club.
you at Sam's Club and Costco?
Oh, one of the employees, one time I go in there and, they don't say hi to me or anything, but all of a sudden I find something on the internet and there's my big old butt.
No.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Sam's Club employees be papping you?
Yes. It was the person that checks your little Sam's Club card had filmed me walking away, and they didn't bother to say hi or I know who you are. It's just that, oh, here's Mama Adams at Sam's Club, but it's my big fat butt in a dress.
No.
And it's like, oh, and I don't know.
Does it bother you? Do you like it a little bit?
And what comment has stuck with you the most about you from one of our videos? Rapid fire.
Oh,
Wait,
gosh.
first things first. Compartmentalize. First, does it bother you?
To get recognized or
To be filmed without
Yeah.
your
Oh,
knowledge.
filmed without, see, that was awful. I was really mad. Yeah, I was upset.
Because they
And-
could just come say hi and get a picture and everything would be
right.
fine.
And
Yeah.
even, it seems like a couple weeks after that, I was in Costco, not Sam's. And one of the employees comes over and is all excited to see me and wants a picture with me and everything. And it's like, wow, this is really weird. I feel like Teresa. So but it's very strange. But it makes me really proud of my kids.
I used to get super nervous when we'd be out and someone would ask him for his picture, which is funny because like he and I joke about like, this is the dream. Like I want to be recognized. Like I want this. I want to be on TV. I want to be famous. And then when it started happening to him, I'd like shrink into a dark corner and I'd be like, who are these people? How do they know him? And then one time I got recognized and I was just like, thank you so much. I'm going to go smoke a cigarette now. I like went out there like, you're Ryland's friend. I was like, I am. That is me.
That is
Do
me.
you, just from being in videos, is there like hate comments about yourself? Do you ever see any?
Oh, someone said when my hair was short that I had a masculine haircut.
What
And
the fuck?
I never got over it. I grew my hair out and
So that's the reason
little
your
bit,
hair's
anyway.
longer.
That's the Adams
it's
hair
probably
curse.
one of the biggest reasons. I was really hurt by it. It's like, her haircut is so masculine. And I'm like, wow, I thought it was just,
And they don't know if you have hair growth struggles.
yeah, they don't.
How rude. They're projecting.
So, but at the time it seemed like my hairdresser did cut it pretty short.
Did
She
you-
kept getting shorter and shorter.
Did you always know that I was gay?
Like
at what point?
He already knows the answer to this, right?
Well, I don't know.
He knows the answer.
I know that you've known for a long time, but I don't know if like I popped out and because I was supposed to be a woman, right?
What?
I mean,
yeah.
they thought I was a girl. The whole time she was pregnant, she thought she was carrying her first baby
I
girl.
definitely thought I was having a girl, and the doctor offered to tell us, and I said no, and he said, well, based on the heartbeat, I think it's a girl. It's really fast, and we went with that, and then.
Well, didn't you even have like
And so-
pink
He had
blankets
a
at the-
throbbing heartbeat
So-
even in the womb.
So we didn't buy any boy clothes. We didn't buy any kind of boy blankets. Everything was girl. We'd go to the hospital. I remember I had this pink little frilly dress ready, newborn, just ready to bring home my little girl.
And what were you going to name your little girl?
Let's see. You were supposed to be Tina, I think.
Tina.
No, let's see. Actually, Mindy. Mindy was my big
Mindy.
name. Mindy was my big name.
How come Morgan didn't get Mindy then?
She got lucky.
Well, by then
All the Mindys are unsubscribing. from
Morgan's
the channel.
first and last bit of luck is not being
Oh, that
Mindy
was-
Tina.
that was 10 years later and I was over it. Right? So, yeah, I got over it. So.
No, Mindy's a cute name. So
it
was
is,
Tina.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, actually, my name was supposed to be Tina,
Oh,
and so
okay.
that's why I think I said that. But really, I was going for Mindy.
And then I popped out a boy. And were you and Dad both shocked?
Oh, totally. I even said, Can you recheck that? I don't know.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure we were having a girl.
And then
Yeah.
just rapidly you decided Ryan. Or whose choice was Ryan?
No, I think I still have all the names written down in your scrapbook somewhere of all the names we were thinking of. And I had all these kind of, bizarre names. I don't know if they were bizarre, but I had names that were not so common. And Dad just was like, nope, 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 nope. And then when you hit the normal ones, he's like, yep. So
What were the crazy names?
Do you remember your favorite?
I can't even remember. Isn't that bad? See, you were meant to be.
So then were you mad? So then when I because a lot of people still don't know. I feel like I talk about it a lot, but my birth name is Ryan, and then I changed my name to Ryland when I joined the union for acting because I was an actor that never acted in anything successfully.
Yes, you did.
Okay, yeah, for you.
You were in my sketches.
Yeah.
But then, what I don't know if I've said is that you actually did spit out the name that I go by now, which is Ryland, when we were both trying to decide together because there were already enough Ryan Adams in the union, blah, blah, blah. So boring. But are you ever mad that I changed my name?
No, I'm not mad. It's just that I still call you Ryan, though. And then people will, in the comments will go, Ryan, she called him Ryan. And it's like, yeah.
Does she even know him?
And that's the most awkward at a party is when I have one of my friends from way back when they introduce me as Ryan and then I didn't hear them. So I say, I'm Ryland. And then they think I'm some two-timing liar.
Yeah. That's
okay.
true.
So when did you know I was gay?
I think in the house
when she heard your heartbeat.
Yeah. When it was so fast. So, because that's what he used to, the OBGYN would tell me that every week. I think that the house in Carrybrook, you were just always more interested in Morgan's toys. Like you just didn't really care.
Well, I would sneak to the neighbor's house and go up to the girl's bedroom and play with her because they had the life-size Barbie dolls, and I would French braid that Barbie's hair, and I would want to play with all of that all of the time. But
sometimes like Tyler, he would want to go play with Austin because he wanted to go rough house, and you know what I mean. And you were in there wanting to help Leah build a car thing for Morgan or paint Morgan's nails and then your own.
And do you think Dad ever had a hard time with it? Do you think?
Did you guys ever talk about it before
bit.
he came out? Did you and Bruce ever say, when do you think he's going to tell us?
Yeah, and I think Bruce thought he would never come out and say it. I don't think he thought that. And I was relieved when he finally did because then it just felt more comfortable and I always felt like he left for LA because it would be easier to be a gay person here than it would be back home.
And partially that's correct. I mean, I didn't ever try anything with a man until I moved to LA. And I think it's because I felt like nobody knew me here and I could be exactly what I wanted. I could figure out who I was before I made it public to the family, which you guys were unfortunately the last. I was living an out and proud life for years before I finally.
And that's too bad you had to, because I think I asked you directly a few times.
You did.
I think
I'd be getting ready in the mirror, and I'd be taking a long time, and she'd be like, you can tell me if you're gay, right? And I would just laugh at her.
I directly asked him a few times.
Was that nerve-wracking for you? Did you have to work up the courage to be like, hey, I know. It's not a secret.
Like it. No,
it just came out.
Yeah. So I'm always shocked he didn't tell me because we always have talked and
I credit you and Dad a lot for my confidence because even before I came out as gay, I was always doing unconventional sports like gymnastics or
that's true.
I was always doing the offbeat thing for a boy. I would say not that gymnastics is only a girl sport, but you guys really did always make me feel comfortable in doing whatever I wanted to do. And how did you, because I feel like when I have a kid, it's going to be hard not to project my interests or hobbies on them rather than just let them do what they want to do and be so supportive of that. Because I do think you guys instilled in me that I could do whatever I wanted to do. And that was great.
And I did always try to tell you that you can be whatever you want to be. Just go do what you want to do. And even with softball, you would...
Softball? He didn't even play t-ball. It was softball.
He did play t-ball too, but with it was either baseball or softball. He would get through all the practices, but then when it came time for all the parents to come in and watch them, he wouldn't go do it. He just would and So, and I would be like, well, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. And Bruce would be like, he needs to do it. I'm like, no, he doesn't. If he doesn't want to do it. But you were a little OCD though.
Oh yeah. I mean, they had to take me to a doctor for being OCD.
Wait, what were you doing? Why did you have to take him to a doctor?
It was when he was very young. I want to say it was only like maybe 4 because it was probably preschool, kindergarten age. And he would have to organize everything in the bathroom before he could go to bed.
And before I could leave for the day.
And then, before school, if his sock didn't fit right in his shoe, he'd freak out. So then you'd have to basically just carry him to school and make him go, whether his sock hurt or not. But we took him.
Well, it's the knot at the end of the fucking sock. I still have major issues with that and how it works.
But even labels, we had to cut all your labels out of your shirts to make sure that they didn't bother you.
It's a sensitive boy.
Yeah, and I still am a little bit annoying like that. But we'd be like downstairs walking out to the garage to leave the house, and I'd have to run back upstairs because I remembered the soap wasn't at the perfect angle for my liking. And now as I'm older, I realize that a lot of people that do like really struggle with OCD, there's an underlying thing of if I don't fix this,
Something
my
bad will
family member will
happen.
die or something like that. And I don't remember what my consequence was for me not doing these things, but I would also wash my hands until they were raw. And all I remember is that going to Dr. Kate, shout out Dr. Kate, she really did, it worked, and it did help me a lot. And
what did she have you do?
I honestly don't even remember. I remember being so mad that you guys took me, and I remember the waiting room with all the toys out front.
Yeah, and she would have us reward you with stickers on a calendar for each time he didn't go wash his hands, each time he didn't have to organize everything before he went to bed. Or if he'd get in bed without throwing a fit because the covers weren't correct, he'd get stickers. And then with those stickers, he got to go buy a toy or something of his choice. So
Satisfying
and
to my
Maybe
Taurus self.
I should start the sticker reward system.
Yeah.
With your fiance or
No,
yourself?
with you, crazy.
Hit 4 common mark.
Oh, she's getting used to it.
okay.
Oh, she's comfortable now.
Oh, yeah. We took
now
a little
she-
break and
Now she's a podcaster. We took a
Yeah.
pee break.
We took a
I brought us shots, even though I know it's mid work day. We both have work to do after this, but come on, take a shot with me, Mom.
oh, I'm done working.
Oh, you are?
Oh, yeah.
You're done working
Oh,
for the
yeah.
day?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
What is it?
Cheer. It's it's tequila.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
It's gonna
I
make us
love
go.
the
it'll-
cup.
Oh yeah, somebody sent us these. It says R&S with a photo of us. Very romantic and cute.
I love it.
We probably
That's more than a shot.
No, I only filled it halfway because it's a double shot. Come on, we can tip it all the way back.
What is it?
Tequila.
I
But
can't
it's like
do
smooth
that.
tequila. It's
All right.
fancy tequila.
Why didn't you bring wine?
Cheers, because we can't.
Because
chug
you're
that.
a party girl now. You're in LA.
3, 2, 1.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Do something crazy.
Feels good, honestly. Yeah, do you
I
want to
just
smoke in the
smoked.
shed?
I just had a power. Can I?
No.
Oh my God. That wasn't even fair.
I mean, I feel like since we did just drink, and maybe I could let you have the door open and.
That would be everything.
Oh.
I used to have an editor that let me smoke in her house, and I was like, I love this.
Maybe for your birthday episode, I can let you do that.
Oh my God. I'm going to remember this.
But I am going to get you hypnotized to quit smoking before that. So
I want that. Joe wants to come to the hypnotism too.
yeah, I want to do that.
He's got some items he'd like to put on the list.
Would you ever consider getting hypnotized, Mom? What bad habit would you like to kick?
I think I did try that for weight loss once.
Oh, really?
Oh, sorry.
So you tried hypnotism for weight loss one time?
Just a few sessions.
I think you
And,
look good. And at some point
and
in
it
life,
didn't-
it's like, we got to have fun, right?
No, we need to reel it back in after these holidays.
What, Shane?
When I found out, I was like, whoa, your mom's previous obsession with police scanners.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh. My mom does have an unlikely
still mad.
obsession with police scanners.
I'm
like,
still mad.
You are obsessed with true crime through and through. You're that audience.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you
And
mad about?
So, well, you can say it, but like she was obsessive. When I was in high school, if she even heard an ambulance, she was calling all 3 of her kids, her husband, make sure
still
their
do that, yeah.
location.
Mhm.
And so then she discovered
Yeah, I still do that.
policing. What was it that you were listening to 24/7?
Oh, the Aurora Police Department. And it was amazing.
You're just sitting there listening to the
Oh, yeah.
scanners?
Yes.
It's called Scanner, but you hear live what they're talking about between dispatch and the officers. And sometimes they're doing surveillance and you hear everything. They're like, they wouldn't disclose where they were at and stuff, but you would hear suspect coming out of the house. Suspect hasn't been out of the house.
The actual
Suspect
911
has
call,
looked
right?
out the window. Yeah, first you hear the 911, but then you also hear surveillance.
So you're following
going on.
You're following
And-
a real time,
Right.
real life crime.
Who knew
And
Mama
so-
Adams would come in hot with the criminal life hack?
Oh my gosh. But you know what?
It's
Plot
gone.
twist.
They still have it here in California.
Yeah.
And I think you can still listen to Denver, but I wanted Aurora because that's my community.
Right.
And they banned where she lives.
It was just,
What?
yeah, there was one night, and this is honestly a true story. Do you have time?
Yes, I have time for you.
Are you sure?
I'm going nowhere
Yeah,
in
we're
life and
soon-
today.
Okay, is the cameraman, does he need to get home?
He's okay.
No,
Does
Chris
he have
lives here.
Chris, do you have a hot date?
There's a second shed on the property that Chris just dwells in.
Okay, all right. You're not living in the workout room, are you? Because I claim that. I'm going to live there. Okay, so, but one night Morgan was out, okay, and it's just in the middle of summer. She's out. It's right past graduation. She had already graduated, but, and I heard a thing on the police scanner in a neighborhood right by us that there was a shooting at a teenage party and that shots had been fired. And the police are talking to dispatch about, they're going all over this community that's just right next to ours pretty much, looking for kids that were at the party or looking for the shooter. And and I'm thinking, oh, Morgan's out with this person and she lives that way west and she wouldn't be up there. And then all of a sudden, probably 20 minutes later, Morgan runs in the house. Oh my God, I'm so scared. And she's run into her room and she's slamming the door and she's scared to death. This kid had taken a gun to this party and shot shots through the deck roof.
Oh
They were
my
on
God.
a deck and he shot some
Just up into the air.
just up through the roof. Yeah. And so, but he was shooting a gun.
Yeah.
And really, Morgan was there. And I heard the whole thing play out
What
on
a
the police scanner,
nightmare.
but didn't even know my own daughter was there. And I know that doesn't seem that important, but
No, it's terrifying.
Yeah, that's crazy when you're just doing your hobby and then your daughter.
my daughter's
You're just
at
living
the
your
party.
life,
My
listening to
daughter's at the
surveillance.
party.
I don't think I've ever been at a party that's been shot
Yeah.
up. That's like a pretty intense moment to
Yeah.
have had lived through.
And if you listen to the fire department,
Yeah.
you can listen to the whole fire.
Crackling in the background.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, Lizzie.
Jesus. No, I got a
Yeah.
scanner app
But-
on my phone when the riots started happening because I wanted to know what was happening. I wanted to make sure my friends in certain areas were okay.
Mhm.
And I downloaded like 5 different scanner apps, but I didn't know how to work any of them. So one day my phone just started talking and it sounded like 2 people having a private conversation. And I like ran around the house and I gathered everybody in a room and I was like, shh, listen, my phone is tapped into something. Like I was like, should we record this and call the police? And then eventually my roommate was like, you fucking idiot. You have your scanner app on. This is a scanner in
Oh my
Chicago.
gosh,
Like,
see?
So
But really, it's pretty interesting.
yeah.
And they took it away from Aurora.
Oh.
something that was an interesting discovery was that subconsciously, I didn't even know you're a Cancer and my dad's a Taurus. Shane's a Cancer and I'm a Taurus. And I think that's like a weird parallel without even trying. Do you know anything about your astrological sign?
Only what you and Shane have been teaching me.
Same.
So it's just by
So
coincidence.
people better not they better watch out for me this month because I'm not letting people take advantage of me.
Oh,
So watch
yes, we read this year. For Tauruses, it says it's time to boss up and take control of your
Yeah,
life.
so-
Hell yeah.
And for Cancers, it said to stop taking people's shit and just know your worth. And I think that is
So-
awesome for both you and Shane. So you and Dad, you guys were high school sweethearts.
Mhm.
That's nuts.
How long have you been married?
35 years?
35 years. So did you ever take a break after you guys were serious before you determined like, oh, this is what I'm doing this is who I'm going to sleep with for the rest of my life? I mean, just be
Oh,
with. Like,
gosh.
did you because that's a young age to get married. So did you guys take a break after you guys started dating? I've never really like dived into your past with him.
I mean, I had several boyfriends even between high school and when Dad and I got serious. But once we started dating that year, I want to say within a year, he proposed to me on Valentine's Day.
Oh. Do you remember how he asked you?
Oh, absolutely, I do. It was very cute because he told my whole family about it. He kept it a secret from me, but he told everyone in the family. And so it was Valentine's Day, and he was at my apartment. And my family keeps calling saying, well, gosh, have you guys gone to dinner yet? Have you, when are you going? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, gosh, they seem concerned, And what? I couldn't figure out what was going on. And so we went to Chinese food. And he had a box, and it had one of the Valentine hearts that even said, will you marry me?
Oh.
Or it said, marry me. And I still have it in a box at home.
The candy?
And the little candy that says "Marry Me." Yeah.
Wow.
So it was a surprise to me because I wasn't expecting it, but my whole family knew.
And what would you say is the key to a successful long-term relationship? How have you guys stayed married for 35 years?
Wow. Let's see. Can we take a break? No, I'm just kidding. I'm so kidding. No, I just feel like you have to realize that you have to overcome everything. If you're going to stay married, you have to overcome everything. And I don't think we've ever really spent a night apart where we broke up and left home for the night or left for a week or anything like that. So I think because we stick to it and we just keep
on
dealing with
keeping
things
on.
as it, yeah.
You don't sweep problems under the rug.
I don't feel like we do. No.
When did you know that Shane was the one for me in your viewpoint?
Oh, very soon. I just knew it. I mean, just the way. Sorry.
No, I think this is good. Why do you think Shane is my perfect match?
He's a perfect match for our family. I mean, like I say, he kind of is the moderator when we all kind of get out of sorts, and he brings us back down to what's really going on, not what we're making it out to be. And he puts the other person's perspective in there, and then we all kind of take a step back and go, whoa. But then also the next night you'll be playing games with him, and you know what I mean? It's just, he's perfect.
Aww.
He really is perfect. And yeah.
What do you see for our future? What would you like to see for our futures? Obviously we want kids, and I'm assuming you'd want to be a grandparent because you're not yet.
Right. And I have this little room under the stairs. That's
Oh
gonna
my
be for the
gosh, that doesn't
grandkids.
sound creepy.
I'd like to keep the children in a cupboard.
No, but it was Morgan's playroom for her Barbies and stuff.
Do you think we'll be good parents?
I know you'll be good parents. Oh gosh, yes. I know it. I watch you with the dogs and Cheeto, and oh yeah. You guys are going to be cute parents. You might be a little too cautious. Probably.
Too cautious.
Yeah, you're cautious even with the dog.
Shane's cautious with even me. I can't even leave the house without him praying 500 times and
Shane's
begging
listening
me
to the
not
scanners.
to leave. Oh my God, Shane got a hot tip to listen to the scanners. He's going to hire somebody to follow me to give him a real life scan.
It really is serious though about you leaving the house. He does get really nervous if Ryan leaves the house, and even the hoverboard. Oh my goodness. You got a hoverboard.
My brother
for
gave
Christmas.
me a hoverboard for Christmas, and the first thing Shane does is go to YouTube and do like tragic hoverboard accidents,
Yeah.
and then it's all these people falling, and he's like,
Oh,
"See,"
yeah.
but to me, I'm like, "Well, those people just aren't skilled on a hoverboard like me."
Oh my God. Take his hoverboard.
Oh,
What?
my mom has a new obsession with the Switch. She's been fantasizing about being a gamer ever since we got a Switch.
Wait, should we
And
put
then
her
yeah.
on Twitch?
Shane got her a
no.
Switch for
No.
Christmas, and now she's a monster. I mean, when she plays, she doesn't just play, she like turns her whole body, and then she goes, my whole body aches, like I have a muscle sore, because she's like so aggressively like trying to turn right and turn left.
I
And
think it should be motion activated. I think they should add that in there.
So she had to take a break, but you've been playing what?
I've been playing Mario U, is it?
Uh-huh.
And
She's gotten past like she'll beat a level, and then when she loses her lives, she's like, "Oh, it took me." Like she doesn't comprehend how to actually work
so
it
I
yet.
just play the same level. But I did play Mario Kart the other day, and it was great.
And she keeps saying, "I made it through a round without ever crashing into anything."
2 rounds, and I
Get
didn't
it
crash
straight.
into anything. But I have this big pain, and I don't know if it's because I'm doing this or I'm
All
so
your muscles are
stressed.
clenched.
That's what
It is
my
stressful.
husband thinks. Yeah.
I even looked over at Shane playing yesterday, and he's getting so mad at it, and I'm just like, "Wow,
Oh,
all
no.
right."
But I do have that new obsession, and
You're a gamer girl.
yeah. Now I'm going to learn Animal Crossing.
Oh, Morgan's got you on
And
that
see,
tip.
I love Mario Party, but I need some friends to play with me.
Oh.
Yeah, and I don't have I guess I need to learn how to do the online. Shane's got me all hooked up online.
I would laugh
I'm set.
so
I just
hard.
need time now. I just need time.
If you
And
did
then I'm
start
going to start a Twitch channel.
start a Twitch channel and we get on there, Vicky's
for
talking
older
about
gamers,
shit.
I'm going to be like, let's talk, senior citizens. We can be Twitchers too.
Pave the way, Vicky. Pave the way.
It's never too late to start a new career. All right, Mom. I thank you so much for being on the podcast, being open and having a conversation. I know it's not easy to sit down and be interrogated by your son.
You haven't been interrogated.
You don't feel violated?
Should we turn the lights down and get more serious then?
Well, no, but I'm wondering, was I supposed to open up more? You gave me 2 shots.
Oh,
No,
so
1
now
shot.
you're
but
ready to
To
party.
me, that was 2 shots.
Well, what secrets have you been harboring before we took a shot?
None. I told them all, right?
Right.
We'll just leave it there.
All right, you guys. Mom, thank you so much for coming on today's podcast. If you want to follow her on Instagram, she's at VickyAdams26.
That I don't check very much anymore.
She'll get back on the gram.
Yeah, I will.
Thank you guys for watching and supporting our channel. It's a whole new year, and I feel like this is just going to be the SIPS year, you know?
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that with every fiber of my being.
I can't wait though, Lizzie. Are you gonna go?
We'll get there. It'll be organic. You can't force it. You can't force these
can't
things.
We're
force
still working
okay,
on an
okay.
organic outro.
Okay,
but,
okay.
All right, you guys. We're also on social media. You can follow the SIPS.
What was
What
that?
was that? Was that? Oh no!
Vicky.
It's only my boss. Oh no!
Oh gosh. All right, you guys.
take it for you.
Follow us at the SIP Official. We're also on Instagram with our own personal accounts. We thank you so much for watching and supporting the show. We love you very much. Goodbye.
And that's the sip.
Oh, there it was.
A true fan.